We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. Came to this motherfucker. Like, yeah. Yeah. All my niggas in the chat and we also high. It's fun. Stone. Stone. Stream. 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 Stone. Stone. Stream. Stone. 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 Stream. Stream. Stone. All my niggas in the chat they looking like high. It's fun. All my niggas gon' get that shit and roll. We stone. We stone. We stream it and stream it. We stone. We stone and stream it. Yeah. Getting to the money, gotta get into the bag like yeah. Yeah. Roll up, let him motherfucking breathe like yeah. Yeah. All my niggas in the chat, they hot as fuck. Yeah. Getting to the bag, getting to the bag like yeah. All my niggas we stone to the dreaming. All my niggas we getting to the cheesing. All my niggas we ain't gon' stop going to stop breathing. We stone and stream it. We stone and stream it. We stone and stream it.
What
stone
is
and eat.
motherfucking doobie? What up, D-Line?
D-Mite is in the house.
What up? Oh, my bad, D-Mite. I'm sorry, I read that shit wrong. What up, Piff 1000? What it do be? What's going on with it, Chowak?
What's up, man? I ain't I'm chilling. Everything sound alright?
Yeah, man.
Alright, cool.
Sounds like normal.
And see, now you spoke him up. D-Line's here. As you knew he was. He was just in the back of the channels looking around.
Hey, man. You already know how it go.
Man, ain't life interesting, dog? You just never know what way the motherfucker gonna turn. Life just be life, man. I swear. That Snoop Dogg comment didn't age well. Hey, man, that shit was funny. Now, again, personally, I don't give a fuck who a nigga perform for. I don't care nothing about that. But that shit was so funny, dog. Man. Nigga, he talked about himself. That was the funniest part of it all. Cause nigga, you talk mad shit. That's like if I was like, man, which one of these punk ass niggas finna be growing autoflowers, man? Fuck these up, man. Which one of you bullshit niggas finna grow autoflowers? And the next thing you know, hey guys, I got autoflowers growing. That was so funny to me.
Yeah, man. That shit was crazy, man. Uncle Snoop.
Now, on a personal level, I don't got no problem who a nigga perform with. I just think that was funny. This ain't no politics show like that neither, y'all. We just talk about what the fuck ever. This is gonna be more like current events and bullshittery, if you will. I don't even know if that's a word. I have no idea. Real quick.
Here's my thing.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, even if this was a politics show, the thing that I don't like is when niggas act like their fucking opinion is more valuable than yours. Nigga, we could disagree, nigga, but my opinion's still my fucking opinion, and yours is yours.
It's
fucking
just crazy.
Zealot, you fucking zealot. I've been waiting 40 years to use that word. You fucking zealot.
It's just crazy how much people actually care. To me, like I don't care what size you are, but that shit is worse than gangs, bro. It's crazy. Like,
man, sometimes you be wondering, like, nigga, do we go to the same school? Do we have the same classes?
I be wanting to know why you so passionate about the presidency, but when the local shit come up in your own neighborhood, niggas don't even go vote for that shit. They go vote for the big shit, which you have less of a chance making a difference, instead of voting for the little shit in your own community where your voice can actually be heard. That's the part that cracked me up. At least be consistent. Like,
hey, look, man, and I think that shit is hella important, man, because, you know, one of our topics today, man, and we may get to it, we may not,
Oh, we gonna get to that motherfucker today.
It's just about in Washington how these motherfuckers allow you to. There's a new bill on the table where you can grow your own weed and you can sell your own weed. So not like motherfuckers wasn't selling their own weed, but you get the whole point. Hey man, them motherfuckers made enough of a
I think that was like
change.
fuck. They already doing it anywhere. Anyway, let's just go ahead and make it 100. Fuck it. My AD line, I almost did the same thing as Righteous did. The thing about it is, that's what this shit is built on. Facts and opinions without no evidence. Like I sent you that
What up,
shit, Righteous.
Southside?
I sent you that shit about old boy that said the shit about the child support. He was like, I just made that shit up and it went
Yeah, I
viral.
have seen that shit.
Like, it's crazy how people could just make up shit and it went viral. Didn't nobody even try to fact check that nigga or nothing like that, bro. It's just, that shit just went. And I mean, motherfuckers ran with that shit too. Like, real talk. So I don't even care who you vote for or what you're doing. It's just the fact that we have now reached the time where you don't even need no evidence. You know, all you need is how you feel, and that becomes your evidence. It don't even matter no more. If I say I think this and a million people listen, it becomes true now. It don't even matter. It's like a snowball rolling downhill.
Hey man, that nigga got a lot of people hopes up with that one.
It was a lot of niggas got in trouble that start bossing up when they truly couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Man, a lot of motherfuckers got nervous. Oh, a lot. Let me get some of these.
Yeah, man, I think, and I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I'm gonna keep the shit 100. Like, I think that's doing shit like that, even though that shit is wrong. I think it's a great conversation starter, right? Because
and that's kind of what I'm saying too, honestly.
Because at some point it gotta generate conversation. Like, do you think that I gave a fuck that Beast Coast was selling fucking clones for $500 or $1,000? Man, I don't give a fuck about that.
I swear to God,
Just a great conversation starter.
Did I care that he was? I thought you was gonna say, did I care that he was selling African beaded products?
No, man. No. That shit was just a great conversation starter. You think I give a fuck that HLG was overcharging for lights? That shit is just a great conversation starter. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shit is. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happened to be true. That'd be the thing. Sometimes it shit be very true, but man, let's just start up a motherfucking conversation bill quick.
Smoking on these true to the movements get you, boy. I be calling them motherfuckers true to the movements at work too. I'm gonna try to get all things started with motherfuckers calling motherfuckers here. You know, I ain't big like that, but everybody around me, a joint with wax is now called a baby true. Here. You know, you can't get the full power true until you add you gotta dump a whole bunch of more shit in there. You gotta dump some crumble in there. You gotta dump some keef in there. Nigga, you just gotta dump everything in there, nigga. Shoot, look, man, might even be a little distillate. I don't even know, nigga. That nigga should only be about 25% weed, 75% of every other kind of extract there is. But I get why he do it now. I get it. It's nice when you pull it off right. Boys, what's going on in the garden for me? Man, I'm horrible with making videos, but I'm gonna get better. No, I'm not. I'm still gonna be saying the same shit next week, probably. But I popped a whole bunch of seedlings. I probably got about 18 or 19 seedlings popped up. Well, they're doing good. I got about 6.
What are they, man? What are they? Don't tell about them. Don't tell us the strains.
Purple Punch times peanut butter breath. No. Peanut butter breath times strawberry rush is what it is. Pop some of those. I went back and popped some caramel cake. I went back into the real box actually. I popped some caramel cake and I popped some regular barbecue ribs. I popped. I went back through a lot of my old shit, so it ain't nothing new. I'm trying to think of what else it was. I popped. It was some of Katsu shit I popped too. I can't remember what it was. I have to tell y'all next time, or I probably could go look now, but I don't feel like getting up. Maybe I should get up so I can tell you. I like closure. That'd be good. But I actually got some of them clones too, some of them gas smelling clones, and some of them the pre Bubba 98. No, the strawberry cough times. I don't know. I'm high now. Strawberry cough times something.
He's in a hash hole.
I can't dig myself out either. I will have to go see. Appreciate it, Sci-Fi. I had to go back through that motherfucker. I only dealt with one pheno of it, but the one pheno I got, I really, really like. And then I had got a mail too, and I used that mail, and the mail ended up being a beast. But I got a mail, Purple Punch times Purple Punch that I want to use. Even though I know everyone's getting away from the candy taste and no one wants candy. Everyone wants old school gas now. Hey, man, I still like candy.
They're actually not. And that's another topic that we should be going over today. Top strains of 2025 projected by Leafly.
I look forward to looking at what that is because here, man, what's dominating the streets is lemon cherry gelato, dog. Gelato's dominating. You know what I'm saying? The fucking lemon cherry gelato is finally getting here in large quantities. And it's the dark lemon cherry gelato, the shit that's so dark it look black, but it still tastes just like the other shit. Gelato is gelato. It's not, look, it's not bad, but me being around people that be in the street for my job, bro, that shit. I see what Black G and all them other people, well, really not all them other people. I'm gonna stop doing that shit. I'm gonna start being 1,000. I don't really watch a whole lot of people, but the shit Black G be talking about and the motherfuckers in his comments that be commenting, I didn't used to see that shit because I didn't really fuck with nobody like that had street weed like that. But bro, the last 10 people, not 10 people, the last 10 different weeds I seen at work have all been some fucking form of gelato, which is crazy. And all that shit always be super fucking duper dry. And like little pebbles, all of it. Don't none of that shit be, man. Hey, look, dog, I would hate to be buying weed on the streets right now. I swear to God, I would. That shit is not. It's a different world. Because the people that smoke that shit will look at our shit and be like, "Oh no, that ain't. I don't know what that is. Nigga, my shit look like this." And it just be crazy because that shit just be, I don't know, dog. It don't even. It made me feel like the old heads used to feel when we was showing them shit, right? And I be wondering that shit. All the old heads that I know now dead, but I wish they wasn't, so I could ask them like, dog, what did y'all think when we was showing y'all LG? You know what I'm saying? Y'all was looking at that shit like it wasn't real weed. Or lime green. You know what I'm saying? So
well, I mean, you still got people like Katsu and Spooky that you can ask these type of questions to. But, you know, like you said, I think that's the craziest thing. Like, just imagine being a grower and having a whole bunch of strains and producing some fire and that shit don't sell. So now you take all your acres and just grow fucking gelato. You want something to sell? Okay, here you go.
And I think it's people that's actually like, again, my reality is not, you know, outdoors retail or even indoors retail. That ain't my reality. But I can only imagine, man, like, I've heard various people. I've heard, you know, not to name names, but I got to just because it's relevant. I've heard Frosty. I've heard Black G. I've seen everybody in the comments. Motherfuckers will name shit, whatever. People that sell weed, dog, even if they are creditable people, dog, even if they're very creditable sources, a motherfucker will say whatever they got to say to sell that shit, dog, because bills got to get paid. And I've heard everyone say that shit at least once. And again, I ain't got nothing against nothing nobody say, right? Because I don't give a fuck. because I'm a grower, but I've heard everybody say that at least once. So if
Hey
even
man, I've never seen you do it. I don't think I've ever done it.
we not in retail though, I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the people that's actually in the shit to make the money, the people that actually got the small licenses, the people that
But I
get.
just feel like you can do that shit with seeds too. You can make up a name for a seed and make up a lineage.
I mean, you can, but it's a little different with the weed because they telling you what they want, and it's easy to just have it be that versus making a seed. You want to wait. Oh, you want gelato seed? Here go gelato. And like when they grow that shit, it ain't gonna be that. But like again, all of this shit be tasting alike. So if I tell somebody that don't really know what this shit is, and they smoke it, oh yeah, this sour gelato. Long as you know how I used to be when we first started. Well, when I first started growing, if you threw OG on the end of anything, that kind of validated it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, this is motherfucking couch cushion OG. You know what I'm saying? This is motherfucking crazy head OG. Nigga, this is motherfucking TV screen OG. So it was just all kind of shit, right? And I feel like it's back to that, but just with gelato. And it is a lot of people. If it's creditable people that I know to be creditable, and they even once or twice have said, fuck it, this is whatever you want it to be, then I just think about all the people out there that I don't know, because I know less than 0.0001% of the real game. So I could just imagine all the people out there that gotta make money that the shit is whatever. And
What up, Josh?
it is all kind of names out in this bitch. So I could say, yeah, this motherfucking onion gelato, right? This is the easiest time to make up a name for something. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody checking that shit. Don't nobody care no more. Like, it's way different now, especially as the shit filtered through. Because now we getting to where everybody was like 18 months, 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? In this bitch. As far as the common man go, it's
Which
people.
mean that shit gonna fall off here shortly, bro. So
Oh, for
you
sure.
ain't gotta worry.
I'm not worried.
Shit,
I'm
when
not.
you've been doing this shit long enough, like we have, where there's smoking or growing or breeding, whatever, we all know the cycle. 24 months, 36 months if you got some gas. If that's
Like
just something completely just you fucking need.
panty
But
line
even
road.
in at
That'll
that
be up there
24,
for me. It's panty line road.
24 to 36 months, man, that's what you got when you got a hot strain. Shit, I seen it with OG. We seen it with cookies. We seen it with like the original cookie, Girl Scout cookie, Thin Mint cookie, whatever. We seen that shit with OG. We seen that shit with motherfucking gelato. We seeing that shit because it's only but so much that niggas want to smoke up the same shit. And not only that, niggas, it's a certain thing. Like when you are a smoker, you want your bag to be different. Even if a nigga, cause like you can smoke some weed the first time and not really feel it. And when I say feel it, I mean like you don't like it, cause it's not what you used to smoking. Or you can have some shit to where like that shit'll grow on you and you be like, God damn, this shit was amazing. Or a nigga can have some shit, be in a room and everybody got gelato, and you the only nigga who don't. Everybody looking at your bag. Hey man, send me a little bit of that, so I can have something a little different.
But you know what
And
though?
that's when you say, no, I don't sell weed.
I think at this point, too, it's definitely probably from what I can see, an age thing too. Because I think the younger that you are, a lot of times you're just trying to get fucked up. Of course, you want to buy the shit that look the prettiest and the best because you with the times. But a lot of these cats, they don't care if that shit sprayed or what the fuck ever it is. It's like, nigga, that shit is gas and I'm high. But you ain't even tripping on what you high on. And I'm sure, I know for a fact I was like that at one point, and I would say we all was at some point when we just was like first smoking. So it's just a weird time right now, right? Because everybody's smoking. And that's kind of the cool thing. Because everybody is smoking. Right? Most is cool. Most of us. shout out to you, man. For man, you a champion. I gotta say, it would be hard for me to do shit like this if I like wasn't a smoker. So for real, for real. I know you think I be playing a lot, but I'm for real. With that being said,
What you talking about, man? It'd be hard for you to not do what?
exactly what you was talking about right here, man. New Washington bills would legalize home marijuana cultivation and allow producers to sell cannabis directly to consumers. Let's get rid of this here. What do you just think about that headline? What does that make you say, bro?
It makes me feel like niggas were involved in their local politics.
You said what?
I said, make me feel like motherfuckers is involved with their local politics.
It's in Washington. You think it's about in Washington or just Washington, period? Let's find out.
Yeah, it's for Washington as a whole, but you gotta think, man. You got like the tourism industry in Washington was huge when they dealt with motherfuckers going up there
And
just for weed. So like, once that shit kind of slowed down, them niggas started losing money.
What up, Punchy? Inu? Man, but that's crazy. Do you think motherfuckers will actually start to move to Washington because of this? Excuse me. Or do you think people would just sit tight where they at, hoping that it would just flow through?
I mean, I wouldn't want to move to Washington. Washington is one of those states like it get cold, it be raining all the goddamn time, and niggas get tons of fucking snow. Like them niggas still got wildlife. Depending on where you at. But a lot of people like it. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to I got some folks out there in the hilltop, man. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying?
I tend to agree with Sci-Fi. This should have been on the table when it became legal. I feel like this shit should be automatic, right? Like when you can legally go, like when you get the license to be a patient, to a caregiver, this should just be rolled up into that. It should be like, nigga, at the very least, nigga, get a license, and then once you get a license, you sell shit to anybody, right? Anybody that's a legal adult. That's what I feel like it should be. But let's see what the fuck they say. A new pair of bills introduced in Washington State this week will make changes to existing marijuana laws, permitting producers to sell flower directly to consumers and allowing home cannabis cultivation by adults for personal use. Both bills are set to be heard in the committee next week. Halfback 1449 from Republican Shelby Colba, Democrat, would allow adults aged 21 and older to grow up to 6 cannabis plants at home for personal use, with households capped at 15 plants regardless of how many adults reside on the premises. Most people could also lawfully keep the marijuana produced by those plants despite the state's existing 1 ounce limit on possession. Good God, that's terrible. The measure will be considered on Tuesday by the House Consumer Protection and Business Committee. If enacted, it would be a Class 3 civil infraction if the new cannabis plants or products were within public view or could be readily smelled from a public place or another private housing unit. Currently, it's a felony in Washington State for adults to grow their own cannabis unless they're state-registered medical marijuana patients. God damn. Clover has reportedly sponsored cannabis home grow legislation in recent years, but each time the proposal has fallen short. A similar effort last year died in committee legislative efforts to allow personal marijuana cultivation stretch back to at least 2015, but so far each has failed. The Cannabis Alliance, a trade group representing a range of marijuana and ancillary businesses, believes this year could be the fucking year. All right, it could be the year. It could be different. Executive Director Caitlin Ryan said in the email to Marijuana Movement that the group is optimistic this year's home grow bill has a stronger chance of passing than previous attempts. With 21 states and DC already embracing home grow, it's clear that this is no longer an experiment, but a proven norm. No fucking shit. The bill reflects nearly a decade of refinement, broad stakeholder input, and growing legislative support as evidenced by a significant number of co-sponsors.
Really quick, man. We got to point this out. How is it legal to home grow in Washington, D.C., which that is the federal government? Those 10 square miles, right? How the fuck is it legal to grow there, but it's not federally legal for other places? Just answer me that question.
Because I don't think they're saying it's federally legal. I think they just
Nigga, that's federal land. Nigga, if you're in Washington, D.C., right? And let's just say you punch a nigga in the head and you get an assault charge. Well, guess what, nigga? You're going to the feds. You're going to the feds because that's their system. Their whole area, the whole Washington, D.C. is federal. Nigga, that makes absolutely no fucking sense.
I'm not aware of that, so I can't comment. But if it is like that, which I don't have no reason to doubt you, that is fucked up. Ooh, she added that push from some industry members has weakened in recent years with licenses, recognizing that homegrown enhances appreciation for their offerings rather than competing with them. And that opposition testimony in general has been dwindling each year. Interesting shit. I'm like, D-Man, I don't need that motherfucking approval. I don't need it. We got a lot more bullshit that's gonna go down before them worry about me growing weed, nigga. Trust me, believe that. Trust and believe that, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I think that's just crazy.
It's kind of funny that it's just a bill, right? It's just a bill that they got. And they introduced it, and that shit could be a non-story come next month. That's what's up, man. Let me know that flavor profile, homie. Let me know.
Well, hopefully they go ahead and bring that shit together. Hopefully they get this shit federally regulated. So I start smoking again. Although, I hear it might be some loopholes. So we're going to take a look at that, man, at a future date and time, but try to get my shit situated before then.
Shout out to all y'all. I say we got 10 people here. Shout out to the 8 people or 10 people and I know they count me and you. Man, I don't know the score of the football game. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me and us. You are now rocking. Hey, man, every time I try to get new sound equipment, that shit never worked. That shit I got last week, I took all that shit back. I just kept the gold microphone because I thought it was pretty fly. But I could never get my shit to sound. Y'all can never hear the sound effects and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just hate that shit. I need to watch probably a video of how to hook that shit up because it's probably something I'm doing wrong. But first, I'm going to finish building these computers and then I'm going to circle back around. And who says in Seattle, Washington, been right for a long time and homegirls don't care because everybody's going over there. They're worried about more what's the murder, what happened yesterday.
Yep, that's true, man.
What's the score, D-Line, and what quarter? Because I ain't watching shit. I'm trying to give you niggas my attention.
Oh, yeah.
What happened yesterday? I'm slow as fuck.
No, he's just saying they worried about like what happened yesterday in regards to like who the fuck got killed, who the fuck got shot. Niggas do be getting shot up there like a motherfucker.
What up, Lebedita? Hopefully your
Miss
shit's going
Lebanita, how
cool.
you
You
doing?
know what I'm saying? Good to see you here. No doubt, no doubt. Look forward to the next show. We're gonna have to get it taped. Still want to see that shit. Have a watch party. But I mean, you know how I go. That'd be crazy. That shit should be. Yeah, Eagles probably finna beat the shit out of them. Tap dance on their head. Everybody really waiting on that second game. That's what everybody waiting on. I know I am. That's the
What's
real
the second game? Bills, Commanders.
Nah, Bills and KC. Nigga. Commanders playing the Eagles right now. Shout out to 420 girl.
Crazy.
And hopefully her Commanders can do something. Because if I'm her, I'm a homer at this point. I'm hopping right on the bandwagon. I'm gonna tell that bitch to pull over and let me on.
Yeah, I think 420-year-old been a Commanders fan, even when they wasn't doing so good.
Shout out to her, because I'm a habitual bandwagon jumper. Unfortunately, except
Cardinals win, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Still the only band.
Fuck those Cardinals.
Yeah, I can't. That when you born in St. Louis, nigga, you come out even if you don't like baseball. You come out with motherfucking Cardinals, like man, it's just in your blood, nigga. I don't even like the Cardinals. I don't even like baseball like that. I mean, but I love the Cardinals. Now I can't even tell you what their record was, what they did. Hey, how they play? I don't know. Who cares?
That's your squad.
Yep. But you know what I think though? What I think is
Next topic.
oh boy, did I fuck that up. My computer did some crazy, weird shit. Let's go to this right here though. Damn.
Spooky. Hilarious. Trump's new DEA head says marijuana is a gateway drug that causes psychosis and other mental health.
Hey man, where the fuck have we heard this type of shit before? Straight up, where the fuck have we heard this type of shit before?
Jim Crow era. You niggas smoking them jazz cigarettes. We'll go out here and just touch on our white women. I'm sorry, y'all.
You know, here's we don't need to repeat this, but he thinks.
Listen.
You know he likes to grab
official name. The official name to run the drug enforcement agency as acting administrator subscribes to the gateway drug theory for marijuana and believes most people living in states that have legalized cannabis will continue to obtain it from illicit sources, such as cartels, due to high taxes in regulated markets. Trump newly direct malts. Yeah, we can already see what's going on. Your last name malts. You're a fucking alcoholic. And so far, a review of the record has done little to assure cannabis community he would serve as an ally in the push for reform at DEA. Maltz, who retired from the agency in 2014 after 28 years of service, has made a series of sensational comments about cannabis. At one point, linking marijuana used to shootings, for example, but he holds a more common prohibitionist position. This is a gateway to harder drugs, despite numerous studies contradicting that theory. Now, just based off of that, what do you think?
I think it's kind of funny that in the same show, right, we had one article that was like out of Washington, even though it wasn't a federal thing, right? even though, right, you said it's federal land, right? But they was just talking
Well,
about
Washington D.C. is federal. Washington is like the state. That's the West Coast.
I think they
Washington
were saying
D.C. is
Washington. I think they were saying Washington and DC. I would have to go back and look. Nevertheless, it's
it was
just
just Washington.
funny. It's just funny how we talking about one article in Washington is thinking about people growing and selling weed, and then we got this motherfucker over here, pretty much basically re-looping the same shit that we all heard before, right? But federally, and we all know federal trumps local. So to me, it's gonna be interesting to see what the fuck is he actually trying to do? What are you trying to go backwards? What are you doing? That's kind of how I feel about it right now. It's kind of weird to me that he would say that, right? Because this gateway drug is pretty much legal if you're over 21 in a lot of states. So are you gonna reverse the shit? And how is it a gateway? At what gateway are you being led through if you're an adult at 21? Oh, whoops. What was we at? Right here.
Marijuana is not the marijuana from the 70s or the 80s or the 90s. Hey, buddy, you're wrong because the Chronic was out in the 90s. This is higher, pure THC marijuana.
You gotta shoot it through your veins.
That's right. It has no leafy green substance associated with it.
These niggas is growing pure THC.
This ain't grandpa's marijuana. He said during an interview with NPD at a Turning Point USA event last year. I've talked to doctors about this. It's actually causing psychosis, schizophrenia, depression, anxiety. So it's really a gateway drug for these kids that don't know any better. Okay, cool. No one's advocating for kids to smoke anything. I think that should be one thing up there. The mental illness, the depression and anxiety is off the charts in America. So these kids are turning to drugs for help, Mom said. You just scrolled too far, buddy. So they start out with a little marijuana, then they take what they think is Oxycodone, Oxycontin or Xanax or Percocet. Turns out to be fake pills from Mexico, and they're dying. I think we should need to have it. There need to be some niggas that laugh at that shit.
What the hell?
Shouldn't you be going after the people in motherfucking Mexico then? I mean, you're going after the wrong shit. You know where the problem seems to be fake pills from Mexico because they're dying. So we're not gonna go after the fake pills from Mexico. We're gonna go after the where at the start, the little marijuana that they start out with. We're not gonna head to the regular Oxycontin or Xanax or none of that. We're not gonna address that.
Yeah, we'll keep prescribing that. We'll keep doing that because, hey, man, there's a real need for that stuff. But yeah, man, I think the problem here, and you know, just with that way of thinking, is the number one kid shouldn't be smoking weed. Even though I was a kid smoking weed, I don't really think you should be smoking weed unless you have your parents' supervision. And you're gonna have one cool ass parent. You're gonna have a cool ass parent who will let you smoke one.
Don't smoke weed unless you got your parents supervising it.
Hey, look, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Shit, look, if I had a child and I knew that, which I do, and you know, my daughter smoked, right? No, I'm just keeping this shit 100. My daughter smoked, right? Well,
what the hell?
The nigga wasn't worthy. That wasn't worthy. You needed to let me finish my statement. And if they smoke, my child right now does not smoke. She's 7 months. Fucking big.
Yeah. If I have a child.
Now, the whole point is if I got a child who's 16, 17, and I'm smoking, and they smoking, well, hey, man, look, you can go smoke out here in the back. I don't want to see you smoking out and about. You can smoke in the backyard or some shit like that. I don't want you smoking at your friend's house. I don't want you smoking and driving. You have a place where you can smoke at safely. And bring your ass on back in the house after you're done and go lay your ass down. And that was the whole point I was getting ready to say when I was a kid. I had a homeboy. That nigga parents knew he smoked. That nigga daddy smoked. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? They had a shed. We used to go in the shed and smoke in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Roll up tons and tons of weed. You know what I'm saying? And it was okay. But I do believe it's just like a kid, kids and tattoos. Hey man, I don't think kids should get a tattoo, but if you do get one, you should have your parents' permission. I'm not real big on telling people how they should raise their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do what's best for you and your household.
I would never tell somebody how to raise their
Every
kid.
situation is different.
I would never tell somebody how to raise their kid. But if a motherfucker asks my opinion, or if I'm giving an opinion on the subject, obviously the opinion is gonna be largely based on what I would do, not like probably what's right or wrong because you're asking my opinion. Number one. Number two, Levanita says she smoked with her parents and family. So while that could be very viable, right? I didn't smoke early. I smoked when I didn't start smoking until I was grown for real. But drinking, yeah, man. My mama bought me shit all the time when I was my mama bought me shit all the time when I was fucking 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mickey's back in the Mad Dog era, nigga, just watch me, you know.
Like, she didn't care about your mama didn't love you. Now play the what the hell for that, nigga. Your mama had you drinking Mickey's and slit small liquor. She could have got you some good bourbon or something.
Bourbon, nah, she let me pick what I wanted to. Saint Ives, that's what the rappers was drinking, nigga. You know what I'm saying back then? Saint Ives, nigga. That's what they was rapping about. That's what's crazy though, because now that's why the weed market got watered down, because like all the rappers rapping about their own shit. And man, that shit ain't popular. They can get shit up. But anyway, back to the motherfucking article.
In a separate interview with NTD that aired in 2022, the official asked about issues related to illicit drug trafficking and potential policy solutions. For example, he was asked to weigh in on the argument that state-regulated marijuana markets could mitigate illegal sales. And he says he totally disagrees because the cartels are going to use the black market, which they're already doing throughout America. People are going to pay for marijuana, as an example, with these high taxes in the states that have legalized. They're going to get it from cartels, and that's just the reality. Well, hey, it sounds like the problem here is the taxes.
Yes.
So if you legalize it, and you say, hey, you can't put no more of a tax on it than this, then what's the fucking problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're talking about all the solutions, but bypassing them all. You see what I'm saying? At least that's my opinion.
Goodness gracious, you wasn't bullshitting when you started out. Wild Turkey and Wild Irish Rose, good gosh. Is that the sports edition?
Streaming.
That's the sports edition. That's for when you live in a warm climate. I got the winter edition.
Nigga come out looking like one of the nigga coming out. This shit look like a vinyl.
Right.
Vinyl.
That shit looks comfortable though.
Oh, it's very comfortable, but it do look like a wrestling uniform. Nigga, like he about to
it kind of
come
do
out
a little
part of a tag team called the Dungeoneers. Dungeoneers. Tag team partner Farouk. Farouk Assad, aka Ron Simmons.
The motherfucker do look nice and silky. That bitch look like
man,
you
it's
just
comfortable though.
and just slide right across that. Let's do. You know what?
Hilarious.
I think we got one more.
Let's do it.
I think we got actually we got two.
Real quick, man. R.I.P. to DJ Unk. I know a lot of you niggas was walking it out in the early 2000s. R.I.P. to that, man.
That's not walking it out. I don't know what the fuck that was. But R.I.P. to him and R.I.P. to Project Pat's son. Got gunned down at the playground. I mean, man, it was really Memphis the way that boy died. Really.
Topic.
Oh man, I am fucking up. I went to the screen and wasn't even there. Let's do this right here. Why we still advocate for full descheduling? Man, come on. Of marijuana to address prohibition's impact on communities of color. As we
Now,
begin,
first things first, let me ask you, do you think, real quick, do you think the weed being illegal is utilized to disproportionately arrest African Americans?
I believe that it was. I believe that with everywhere being legal now, that they knocked that shit down considerably. But I do believe it was.
Yeah, man, that's what I was gonna say. I think that shit affects anybody who smokes. You know what I'm saying? Why? It don't matter.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Yes, it affects black people, but it affects people. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it definitely affects black people, but it definitely affects people. Right? So that's why I always have a problem with fucking statistics and how they do shit, because it just depends on what pool of people you poll and how many of a certain people you poll. Because, dude, you could poll somewhere that's got we polled 100 marijuana smokers, and it could have been somewhere where 92 of the motherfuckers was black, and it could have been somewhere where 92 of the motherfuckers was white. It could have been somewhere where 92 of the motherfuckers identify with being motherfucking Chinese. Who knows, right? It's just too hard to say when I look at certain studies and shit.
Let's get into this article.
As we begin a new year with shifts in Congress and the presidential administration, it's essentially to critically re-examine the federal effort to reschedule marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, a process that has recently stalled as related hearings have been canceled. So they canceled this shit. We just read about a motherfucker that they demonizing weed already, saying it's a gateway drug, blaming motherfuckers for the death of fucking Mexican drugs. It leads to the Mexican drugs, nigga, in the end, and people die. And now the shit installed on the Congress floor, and we got one little bitty publication out of Washington that's trying to get some shit. Man, get the boy, look. Cannabis Regulators of Color Coalition, the CRCC, supports the descheduling of marijuana, removing it entirely from the Controlled Substances Act as necessary to fully decriminalize marijuana and promote public health, racial equity, and economic justice. Nigga, I can't even read this bullshit. Would you like, man? Look, do we need to talk more about this? Honestly, really?
Yeah, man. I think the most important thing about this topic is, you think it should be fully deregulated, right? Do you think it just shouldn't be worked on no more? Do you think the shit should still be regulated, but you know what I'm saying, with restrictions on like age, shit like that? And like, hey man, you can't smoke weed till 18 or until 21. I see in some states you can't even smoke cigarettes till 21. Like, do you think this should even be something that they shouldn't be worried about? Like, hey man, we just ain't worried about regulating this shit. Because I'm gonna be straight up with you. I think there should be some kind of regulations on this. Because like, even when we went at the shit for Washington and the home growers, right? Who's to say that them niggas grew that shit properly? Who's to say them niggas, they shit wasn't full of mold? They didn't have salmonella in their shit. You know what I'm saying? It could be all kind of shit in the weed. You know what I'm saying? And the shit could look absolutely amazing, but you'll never know until you smoke it or until you test it. So I think there does need to be some type of regulation, even with home growers selling their shit. If I'm just being straight up with you. Like, you don't want to be out here getting people sick with your weed, do you?
I agree with everything you saying. The only problem that I got is we're not talking about regulation. We're talking about descheduling, right? So my thing is, obviously, everyone, a majority, probably an overwhelming majority, wants this shit descheduled, right? Anyone, not just colored people, right? Not just the coloreds. Anybody that smokes weed
Jesus.
wants
What the hell?
this. Wants this. Fuck it. I'm just saying communities of color. That's why I made that comment. Anybody that smokes weed, a majority of motherfuckers that smoke weed wants this shit descheduled. That's why I'm like, man, of course. Now, if we was talking about what type of regulation we was gonna have, that's different. But these motherfuckers are strictly talking about descheduling. And man, I'm not gonna sit here and act like blacks is the only motherfuckers that want this shit descheduled. Weed smokers want this shit descheduled. That's why I'm like, to me, this article is a duh. Of course they want to deschedule. Of course they do. We could go look at some white publications that want to deschedule. My point is, weed smokers want this shit descheduled. Right now, we're talking about regulation because regulation and descheduling is different. Because I don't even see anything in this motherfucker about regulation. They just talking about rescheduling and descheduling, right? And I'm for that. We all are for that, obviously, because we want to be able to bank. You know what I'm saying, with the shit, right? To me, this article and the first shit that we read goes hand in hand. They lockstep. The two we read in the middle go hand in hand, right? To me, they lockstep. And key, so it's gonna be an interesting battle. But obviously, this article, yes, obviously, black people want the shit decriminalized because all people that smoke want the shit decriminalized. Well, not all, but most people. That was my point. I'm not saying, rescheduling would maintain federal criminalization for activities authorized under state laws, fail to protect patients, consumers, businesses engaged in state legal cannabis activities, do nothing to acknowledge or address the systemic racial inequities in prohibition. Of course, because I'm sorry, that shit just triggered me because all this shit is a no-brainer. And I feel like they just trying to, while what they're saying is true, because I'm not saying that they're not lying, right? That is true. There are black people who want this shit scheduled. I just feel like the whole play on the whole communities of color, right? Because all fucking communities that smoke want this shit like that. I just don't like when they do that. That's all. My bad.
Yeah, you know how they say you're a grower, know your potting coast. This shit was specifically meant to trigger your ass. I knew this shit was gonna happen, and that was a great take. Great take, my friend. Definitely appreciate that, man. Because I agree with you.
The fuck?
Hey, man, that shit is so racist. I don't know why. That shit is racist. Now that I think of it.
You don't want to. I can't even.
Well, it's probably not really racist because that nigga's real name is the fuck, but it just make me think like, damn, that's crazy. What up, Django? What up? Sci-Fi says he's starting his journey. Hey, check out Willie Myco, Willie MYCO on YouTube. He'll give you a lot of great things. Because one thing I know about shrooms, those are real easy to fuck up. Not just fuck up, but get your shit.
Word.
So be careful. Because you gotta think, bro, you're growing a fungus. What do you think a mushroom is? Fucking fungus. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What? the fuck?
I just wanted to play it again. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? That's what I want to know.
Let's get into this last topic, man.
This last topic.
Next topic.
What this is here?
This article is from Leafly, and they're talking about 12 hot strains to smoke in 2025. Now, are there any strains out there that y'all specifically looking to either get a hold of or to smoke this year? That you're looking to try? I know a lot of people out there are cannabis enthusiasts.
Please comment in the chat if you can't get to a keyboard, as I realize some of you are probably watching on TV. But this interests me because guess what, dog? I don't know of any, like, I couldn't tell you, like, oh, that's the new hot whatever that what up, Django? That's the new hot, like, whatever. I couldn't even tell you, like, what the fuck the new hottest, what the fuck ever is, right? I just can't. So I don't even know what is to smoke. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's what my friends and contemporaries make, right? To me,
let's get into this article, man. Let's see what Leafly says.
And then what you mean, question marks? You the one got all of whatever's gonna be hot.
Django.
Crazy, exotic, candy, flavors, dramatic, blingy looks, crazy knockout effects. That just covers every type of weed that has ever been made. Has been one of those things.
Well, I think it's interesting because earlier you were talking about you think a lot of people are trying to move away from the candy. I think they are actually still dealing with the candy. They're just looking for candy type rebrands, updated candy. If that's a thing. Hey man, them niggas don't want Starburst. They want Starburst gummies. They want updated candy.
Right.
Tired of this Skittles. Give me Skittles gummies. Let's see here.
12 hot strains to smoke in 2025 collects the all-stars of the garden and the bag. Their refinements and remixes of our favorite hit strain families like Z, Sherbet, OG Kush, Cookies Runts, and more. All right, the only person that I feel like is really qualified, and I would like, right just before I roll down this line, how many is this? 12 hot strains, right? Over or under the Inu has smoked at least 8 of these?
I'm gonna go under.
I'm gonna go over. Inu, I know you still here. Let us know exactly how many of these strains you smoke. I'm gonna go over. You think you smoke less than 8? I think you smoked more than 8. Right? Let's go. All right. The first one, Zope. Zope keeps winning with the smokers and bud tenders alike thanks to his OG Kush and Z times Sherbet Roots. First review in 2021. I know not only has he smoked Zope, I think he's grown that shit.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, I think this is an older strain.
I was wrong. So far, you right. I was wrong. He ain't smoked it. Damn, I was wrong. Okay.
I think Zope, in my opinion, is one of them strains that started out regional and is starting to make his way outward.
Well, let me ask you this, Inu, or anybody in the chat. If you haven't smoked Zope, have you smoked something that has been crossed with Zope? Anybody? I have not actually. I'm gonna say that I probably have smoked less than 3 of these things. I can guarantee you I've smoked less than 3 of these things, right? I've smoked something crossed with Cap Junkie for sure, and it was good. D-Line said he
Guaranteed to flatten you.
growing the salt. Oh, wait a minute. That's different. Zope and soap is different. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Zope got Z shit on it.
That's crazy. I thought it was just the same thing. Just motherfuckers was just saying the shit how they wanted to say it. Cap Junkie. I have. Enu, have you smoked Cap Junkie?
Chat, have y'all smoked Cap Junkie?
I have
Well,
smoked
see.
something crossed with Cap Junkie. I have grown something crossed with Cap Junkie, and I actually did like it. Got it from Katsu Genetics. It was Cap Junkie times something. I can't remember. And I might, in fact, comment because he never comment live, but comment after the show on the rewatch. Spooky Tooth. I think you might have actually gave me Cap Junkie by itself, but if you didn't, okay, we 1 for 1. He smoked it and he grew it, so you got one and I got one.
Guaranteed to flatten you. Cap Junkie keeps charging into 2025 thanks to the powerhouse breeders behind it. Very key point. It's the
D-Line,
niggas who behind it who be having the shit keep going. So I think that's pretty interesting.
Times Zelda. Anu, would you say that this is an accurate description of it? Is it, because for me, mine tasted kind of a little grapey, if you will. Mango, does yours taste mango?
Calculator and Seed Junkie Genetics are the people behind it. And it appears that it's a cross, which is Alien Cookies Stomps Kushmint number 11. It's completely sleeted with resin. This is my favorite part. Its effects hit hybrid and strong, right between the eyes, deep in the head.
Deep in the head.
Nigga, man, that shit sound like a bullet.
That looked pretty good though. Jello shots. I haven't even. This is probably my first time hearing the Jello shots. Have you ever smoked it? I haven't heard of that or smoked.
Never heard of it.
I don't think.
And this is also from Seed Junkie Genetics.
Yeah. The Wild Pedigree pairs across of Z and Animal Cookies BX2 with the same strain. I gotta figure out what the fuck is Z? Does anybody know? Permanent marker, I guess, is saying, I guess. Animal Cookies was the highest impact dessert weed at the peak of the wave. I know you love some Animal Cookies. And Permanent marker here to stay. The best case expression for Jello shots offers a bit of the Z terp with the impact of Permanent marker. I guess Permanent marker. Wait a minute. The Wild Pedigree pairs are cross of the Z and Animal Cookies with the same strain cross to Permanent marker. Okay.
All right. It says
change it.
Popularly known, the original Z, popularly known under an French candy name, is an indica hybrid marijuana strain bred from allegedly the alleged mix of grape ape and grapefruit. It was crossed with another undisclosed strain.
Okay.
That's what it says the Z is.
Cap Junkie is icy. All right. I don't think nobody smoked it. Blue Nerds. I've never smoked any Nerds at all. I think you have, haven't you, right? Just smoked some form of Nerds.
No, I don't think so. Inu says Z is a Skittles with a Z.
Z is Skittles.
So that's what he's saying.
Okay, it's just Skittles. I do like Skittles now. You know that about me now. I like Skittles. I do. Still haven't had a good one, but the ones that I've had, I still like. Now, here's the thing, man. I do like lemon cherry gelato, but goddamn, I'm tired of it. Stays undefeated, but an update comes in the form of the surging strain Blue Nerds, the breeder Global Genetics mix lemon cherry gelato. Here we go with this Z again with the original Skittles. So we back to the Skittles, huh? Which is apple, blueberry, and avocados. Okay. Nerds taste like certs. Django would be another motherfucker that I think will have probably eight of these. Oh shit, you might be right, Righteous. No nerds neither. Two of these motherfuckers he ain't had. I've never heard of this. Candy fumes. Have any of y'all even heard of that? Hey man, get the fuck out of here. So all these gonna be crossed with Skittles, cause you telling me that's what the Z is, right? You saying the Z is Skittles. That's what you're saying. So all of these is just these motherfuckers just went back to Skittles.
The original one. Not the gummy Skittles. We got the hard Skittles, the ones you can throw out a nigga head.
Yeah,
Beep, boop, bop, beep, bop, boom.
we went back to the Skittles. No cut, nigga. This is the pure Bloom Seed Company's candy fume sizzles in the genetic hype zone of Z times Sherbanger. Man, it ain't no man anyway. New in the database since 2023, this berry blueberry chemical smelling hybrid indica leaves folks focused, creative, and happy. Grown to elite levels by Green Dog in California. Also, see also Sherbanger. Dante's Inferno is bomb. I seen. Hey, look, I tried to get some of them seeds because the dude that came up with, at least I think that's the dude that came up with Dante's Inferno. He used to always go live. He a truck driver too. I forgot his name.
Excuse me.
I was just thinking that I was gonna say that sound like they playing the name game. If all this shit crossed with the same thing, Righteous, just before we get Dante's Inferno. Yeah, I know a dude that was growing a cut of this. That he said it comes from Clearwater Genetics, Tiki Madman. This dude, before I even knew what the fuck it was talking about he made the shit. Maybe he took Devil Driver and Oreos and made his own version of it. I don't fucking know. But I did hear that this shit was tight. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never had it.
Man, I don't like that shirt profile.
Jeff B,
It's like dick hairs and booty lips.
what?
Ammonia, pepper, and tea notes.
Oh my god. Oh no, that's not good. I don't want that. I don't want it.
Booty parsley.
I don't want it. I know y'all have who didn't smoke Dante's Inferno. And I know you didn't smoke that. Leafly is not into the original market. Yeah, I know. Damn, Righteous feel like you're gonna be right, cuz.
Now, let me tell you why this is important to me, or why I think Leafly. Because I think that a lot of people, at least people who go to the dispensaries, Leafly is going to be your choice. And, you know, just kind of even backtracking to one shit where we was talking about the DEA pick, you know what I'm saying? Some of the shit he be talking about is like, hey, man, niggas is going to shop the black market.
Mm-hmm.
Which, okay, cool. Feel free to do that. But niggas never really know exactly what they smoking. They only know what a nigga labeled it as. You know what I'm saying? It's either good or bad. That's how I look at black market weed. Hey man, this shit is smoking or it's not smoking. But as far as the name, I never trust it. I never trust it, man.
Cadillac Rainbow. Michigan, pure Michigan and Rumps. Third Coast Genetics. They got a pretty good name so far. Built up themselves.
Look at the term profile.
With weed that smells like oh my god.
What the hell?
Dog. Oh my god. With weed that smells like restored vinyl upholstery. Not leather upholstery. Restored vinyl upholstery.
What? The fuck?
Oh man. That's their way of saying diesel, ammonia, and earthy.
Cadillac Rainbow hits like an indica hybrid Escalade. Not the
Oh
regular Escalade, but the hybrid one that also uses electricity.
You cannot make this shit up. Yes, Django, they smoking pleather, nigga. What if you got a nigga car? Damn, nigga, your seat's on fire. Nah, it's this Cadillac Rainbow I'm smoking.
Hey, look, man, I only smoked this shit in my old school, so you niggas can't tell I was smoking. I've already got my upholstery.
Oh my god. Glitter bomb. Anybody smoke glitter bomb? Anybody smoke glitter bomb? Compound genetics,
Pretty good.
cross of grape gas. I heard of that because I get that newsletter from Copycat Genetics. Grape gas number 10, not 9 or 6, nigga. Number 10 times OGKB, Blue Band Headberry, Blueberry.
Blue Band Headberry.
What? The fuck?
We getting our use out of that button today. Good God. I don't even know how I fucked that up. Blueberry headband. My God, it grows great indoors, in greenhouses, and outside. So basically, it grows great everywhere. Why don't they just say it grows great everywhere? Because it grows great indoors, outdoors, and in greenhouses. It doesn't perform so well in light depth, but technically that's a greenhouse, so it does perform well. Anyway, with crazy size and bling, nothing can stop grape gas on its own. With in other strains, including Gastropop and Blueberry Caviar. The indica hybrid offers notes of pear, plum, blueberry, and will leave you tingly, giggly, and relaxed.
Now, just real quick, while we're in the middle of going through these, do any of these strains make you want to grow them or smoke them at least? Just to see what they're about.
Glitter bomb. What did you say?
What now? Chat. Do any of these strains smoke them or grow them?
That right there, I do not like the structure of that bud. It looked like it would not grow like how I want because they tend to put
Which one is that?
This pink lemonade. But hey, that's what it is. It's the lemon skunk because it's got that skunky fucking structure. I would
old
say.
School Purple Kush times lemon skunk. Nigga, that's just an old school strain for your ass.
It is. It's cerebral. This highly stimulating cerebral genetic flower, faster than most sativas, grows well both indoors and outdoors. And we think this flame from ashes is worth keeping tabs on in the new year.
Hey, bro, you missed the most important part of the the genetics Purple Kush times lemon skunk, which seems old hat in the of high yields and modern flavors, but the dense resin nugs remain in style. Hey, is there a reason why you guys didn't show us dense resin nugs?
Oh my God. Oh, I missed this too.
It all out.
The flavor dances on the palate and waxes nostalgic for pink lemonade crystal light powder. And the mouth coating epiness saturation hits no matter how you smoke it, man. Or these niggas here. Moroccan peaches. I've actually heard of that. That don't look like nothing, man. Look at that. I wouldn't want that. That would confuse the fuck out of me. I ain't gonna lie. Looking at that, I'd be like, did something happen to that?
Yeah, it is outdoor.
Oh my God. What is this?
A peach arrives, created by California Purple City Genetics for a hash collection. Moroccan peach expresses big, jammy peach preserves with secondary notes of orange and fuel. Moroccan peaches marries the original peach that blasted off in Spain, Barber bud, with some lemon tree skunk reach. Skull range, combining old school California classics, lemon tree, Calio, and OG Kush. The hash masters at Arcada Fire took home multiple awards for Moroccan Peaches rosin at the 2024 Emerald Cup. Now, one thing I do want to say, just kind of based off what you was talking about, I think at this point in time we are at an age where, man, people aren't just making strains to grow anymore, just to smoke. They are actually producing strains that are strictly just for washing. So I think that's pretty interesting. Or just a side note to keep in there. When we talk about, what a plant actually looks like. Well, what's its function? What's its purpose in the grow space?
Yeah, John Connor. What's the cross on this shit? What the fuck? I've never heard of this. It encapsulates the best of its parent cultivars. Team Elite's award-winning styrofoam cup #2. And I think that's sherbet, but they can't call it sherbet. It's purple, light green, and white trichome covered nugs smell respectively loud. You'll need John Connor to survive this year. Look, okay. What the fuck I wonder is styrofoam cup. Blueberry caviar. What is the cross on blueberry caviar? Well,
Styrofoam cup is Sunset Sherbet times GMO. Can you hear me?
Yep, sherbet times GMO.
Sunset Sherbet times GMO.
Blueberry caviar bred by California winningest grower Ridgeline Farms for Weed Mogul Burners Cookies brand. Blueberry caviar. So they're not finna tell us across, so I can already see this is coming. Because he fucking with the cookies. It's extremely purple, large, glittering, and roaring loud. It's a blueberry thing. Yeah, they're not talking. Man, that could be anything. Fuck you. Here are a few more strains to watch in 2025. OMG, GMO, times Cushman. That's kind of like Mule Fuel, Lurch times GMO, Whitehorn Rose, Paradise Punch, and Lemon OG.
Niggas.
This the nigga right here that did this.
Interesting, man. What do you think about that?
Mule Fuel. Mule Fuel. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Because we didn't fuck with none of them, right? We didn't fuck with none of them, nor did most. Well, I didn't know. I knew I wasn't gonna know most of them, but it's crazy that actually I did know most of the crosses because it's just niggas is back on the Skittles. It looked like, if that's what the Z is, man. So it's kind of crazy. Black G got the Black G got the Master P cut. I don't know. Damn. You might say you didn't even give me a chance to tell you to check the coat closet. Fuck.
Oh no, man! I had to sneeze, bro. So I'm just getting over this flu, man. I'm on the tail end of that. It's been kind of rough the last couple of days, man.
That feel like some shit you would have smoked in a Moroccan peach. I'm smoking on the Moroccan peach. Get prepared, y'all. Next week we're gonna invite everybody up to Show Gardens, which is probably only gonna be 2 or 3 people, but we more than welcome those 2 or 3 people for sure. Next week, I'll even show my shit next week too. But next week we inviting everybody up to show the shit. Just putting that out there. Sheesh. And if you give me some pictures, I probably will show those submitted pictures as well, if you have them.
Django did say his pink lemonade didn't look like that. Sweet and skunky, very frosty nugs. And you know, just to kind of piggyback off of that really quick, man, I know we're getting ready to close out the show, man. Some of these strains, man, you just have to grow them for yourself, because the French cookies, and that shit didn't look like any of the picture, the original picture, didn't look like any of the French cookies I had. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Yep, great time to show off. Make sure you're here next week.
Be here next week of B Squares. We can see that shit. I believe I'm in the start of week 6, I believe. So I should be in the start of week 7 next week. So we'll start to see some shit take shape. And boy, did I have this Grognet set too fucking low. But that's a whole nother story. Whole nother story. Is there anything you want to leave the viewers with?
No, man, I'm in the car, man. So I'm just gonna reach off into the back seat, man. Look in this back holder.
Got the umbrella. You got it.
Get your fucking umbrella, nigga. Get your fucking umbrella.
All right, guys. He's got his. Do you got yours? If not, we'll see you next week.
Rain, 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 rain. Every time you see the boy, got a brand new strain. And the shit so Waco. Flame, 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 flame. Put your ass in a ditch. Saddam El Hussein. Two things that a nigga know. Pot the beans, let the shit grow. Green light, that mean go. That mean go. Two things that a nigga know. Pot the beans, let the shit grow. Green light, that mean go. That mean go. That man go. That man go. Beat the game. Cheddar lingo. Nigga, how far would the green take you? As far as you go. That man go. That man go. Beat the game. Cheddar lingo. Nigga, how far would the green take you? As far as you go. It ain't no game. It ain't no game. All of these niggas, they looking for game. Lining they pockets, they flooding they pockets, they lining they pockets with all of this change. Shit ain't no game, shit ain't no game. All of these niggas, they do it for game. But one thing won't change, it will remain the same. None of these niggas will ever reign. All these hundreds in this bitch is gone. Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gone. Hope you brought your umbrella, it's gone. And we gon' cause it's gon' all these hundreds in this bitch is gon' Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gon' hope you brought your umbrella, it's gon' and we gon' cause it's gon' all these hundreds in this bitch is gon' Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gon' hope you brought your umbrella, it's gon' and we gon' cause it's gon'